Another episode of everybody's favorite show, Overnight Celebrity, where we're trying to turn you into a celebrity overnight. Let's go. What happened? I don't know. But I am joined here with Eric, who is a former member of the Artist Collective out here in downtown LA. He's one of the lucky ones who made it out. So how's it going?
Not too bad, just doing mostly regular shit these days, kind of taking it easy.
Taking it easy?
Oh yeah.
So, how long ago did you live here?
Fuck, it must be like 6 or 7 months now.
Oh man, I thought you were about to say years. 6 or 7 months, it's been a while. Okay, so you lived here right before I moved in. And how long was your duration or your stay?
I was here for like a little over a year.
A little over a year. Okay, so where are you living now?
Shit. Let's not get into that one.
Alright, so it's complicated. And then, so where are you from originally?
Long Beach.
Long Beach, so you're a LA or a California native.
Yeah, not far from here.
And is Long Beach considered LA?
Yeah, that's the southern end of it.
The southern end of LA, so LA native. So you grew up here?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, it kind of makes you feel like you want to get the hell out of here. But, I don't know. I've learned to be a little more calm, stay in one place for longer.
So do you want to leave here or no?
Yeah, I'd rather be elsewhere, but I just feel like I should be here, so I stay for now.
For now.
Unless I have a reason to go somewhere else, then, I take it.
Alright, so what was it like growing up here? How was high school? How was...
Shit. Growing up here was like whatever. I was a pretty quiet kid. I guess in high school it was pretty fun. Got into skateboarding. It was a good scene for in Long Beach. And then just like, regular high school stuff, partying and stuff. So it was I guess I had fun in high school.
So, high school, then did you go to college, or where did life lead you?
Oh shit, I went to rehab, and then...
Tell us about that.
Oh shit. It's pretty boring, you just go in there, you kinda, you sit in a room, it's just like jail, you're just like in one room for a few hours, and then they put you in another room for a few hours, and then back to the original room, and you go to sleep.
How long was it?
7 months.
7 months.
It was fun.
On your average day, you wake up, and then what happens? You get breakfast?
Yeah, they feed you something.
Is it good food?
Not really, no.
No, you wouldn't recommend it?
Wouldn't recommend it.
And then do you have classes during the day?
Yeah, but I finished high school while I was there, so that got a little bit tedious, because I didn't really have anything to do all day. So I was just kind of like, I don't know, everybody else would go to class, but I finished too quick, so it was just like kind of stuck there. I was like, why don't you let me leave? And they were like, that's not why you're here, because you're a drug addict. I was like, not because of the work.
So what were you addicted to?
I've always been a boozer, honestly. I don't really like drugs that much. It's not even my cup of tea. Alcohol is the one for me.
So you went to rehab for alcohol?
Yeah. I've been back a couple of times since then.
All for alcohol?
Yeah. Debatable whether I really need it or not. It's probably a pretty bad drinking habit, but I can kick it myself when I feel like it. But the law decided it was time for me to kick it a couple of times, so
And what spurred the law to decide that?
Oh shit. Just like, I don't know, getting into fights or, crashing my car slightly. Things like that, like, usually, you get in trouble. And then you gotta check yourself in to get out of like a big fine or a little bit of jail time sometimes. So
So fighting and driving recklessly.
Yeah, pretty much. You know,
Causes like
classic drunk people thing.
Alright, so you were still in high school.
Oh yeah,
Your first
time I went to that was, I don't know, man. It was cool, I guess, kind of in a way.
Is every time 7 months?
No, as an adult you can kind of bail out early most of the time, honestly. But, so yeah, it's not that bad. Also, they're only like a couple month long programs as an adult, I think.
Do they charge you?
Yeah. Well, depending. Sometimes it'll see the stage, you know. Oh, shit, yeah, no, I don't pay for mine. No, so, okay. Quarter point or something. But, what's it called? I don't know, man.
Were your parents hopeful in the process? Understanding?
Oh, shit, we didn't talk. Hispanic and Indian.
And Indian, okay. You think the Indian is contributing to it?
I don't know, man. They're both just kind of different. In their own ways. Well, my family is like predominantly like drug addicts, but like a hard drug addict. So like, yeah, I don't know. My pops doesn't fuck with anything about substances. But yeah, so I mean, me being somebody who's always intoxicated, you know, big fan, yeah.
Okay, so you were able to kick the habit.
Oh yeah,
For the most part. You never really got into drugs. And then, so after rehab in high school, what did you do?
Shit, what did I do? I don't know. I moved to Boston for a couple of years. I traveled to a bunch of random places, just being impulsive. I don't know, then at a certain point I just like got really dysfunctional again. Then I was just homeless for a while. And then,
Were you homeless out here?
yeah, this is, yeah. I mean, I technically didn't have a home when I got to anywhere else I got to, but I was always really quick to find one.
But here, who landed you outside?
I just stopped giving a fuck, honestly. Just like, I just, you know, didn't care anymore.
Were you on drugs then?
No, I was just drinking.
Just drinking, but you didn't care?
Yeah, no, fuck off.
You just say, yeah, I'll sleep outside today?
Yeah, pretty much.
Were you one of those sidewalk dwellers?
No, I had a
more off to the
fucking,
side.
I had a car at least.
Oh, you weren't homeless. Come on, man.
Yeah,
like, what? Yeah, you lying to my fans. No, you had a car.
People,
There's a lot of gun cars out here, bro. I thought you were outside with like, Mr. Bob, you know, feet up, you know, in broad daylight, sun baking him.
Nah, I've never been there for more than a couple days at a time. That's great.
Yeah, okay. I was wondering how somebody gets that. I was about to say, man, scabbing up. Your skin looks fine.
Nah,
that bad.
Yeah. No, I'm just drunk, man. But, yeah.
So, do you still drink?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Do you ever find out kicking the habit?
I mean, probably not.
Oh, yeah, you just like it that much?
Yeah, no, I mean, like, I'm slowing down, like, trying not to kill myself too fast.
You got liver chance?
Yeah, pretty much, man. That shit seems like I'd rather die by something else before that kills me.
Before cirrhosis?
Yeah.
Feel you. Alright, so we're gonna hope that happens for you. Slow down on the drinking. Let's get into your artist ability. So you landed into the artist collective sometime after being homeless, going through jobs, I imagine.
Yeah, pretty much. Actually, no, I didn't even get a job. I just met some rich girl. She was very fond of me. She just pretty much like started paying for me to live here. She was like, you need a place to live
Here?
No, she was in Long Beach. but what's it called? She just like stuck me here because it's cheap, I think.
Oh, so she started paying free to be here? Okay. So alright, so you ended up here. How old were you when you landed here?
I was 23.
23?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay, so you're
25 now.
25? So, yeah, you had a wild ride until you got here.
Oh yeah.
Boston, traveling cities, homeless, and then you got stuck here. Are you still in contact with her?
Oh, fuck no, she hates me.
Damn. Sounds like a good connect.
Yeah,
You can slide her my number. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, you can slide it. Yeah, so you got stuck here, and then what was your talent? So, did you have a talent going in here, or you're like, I don't know?
Yeah, I've always played guitar, so that's kind of been my thing for a while. But I mean, I don't know. And then I've always written, so I did start. We made a short film over here, actually, like the way that one turned out. Gotta put it somewhere.
Is there a way we can reach it?
No, yeah. I just kind of have it. I don't know. I tend to do that with things. Yeah, I should put it somewhere. I'm thinking of submitting it to festivals, so I'm not sure if I want to just put it out right now. Yeah.
When you do put it out, we'll have it in the link at the bottom. Yeah, do you have anything else, any way we could reach you? Or...
No, yeah. Yeah, no, really. I don't have anything that I use, honestly.
Oh, that's cool.
I'll let you know when I get that thing.
Let us know. It made my job easier. So, what else are you doing as a writer? Because one of the things that is truly interesting is you were trying to write a story about this house, living in this collective.
Oh yeah, that was the next thing I'm working on. Yeah, that I had to kind of bench it for a little while though, because I don't know, it's just dealing with too many unreliable people, like the cameramen and such and so forth, and like people dealing with sound that didn't know how to do it correctly, and like, you know, honestly, sound quality is more important than picture quality, I feel like, as far as digestibility goes. But I don't know, so like that was a bit frustrating. So I had a couple of trial runs for a couple of scenes, and I just saw like there's a lot of stuff that needs to get in order before I can do this the right way. Because last time we did something, Tommy, well, we had all the equipment because we were just like house sitting at some girl's house, and she had all the equipment because she was a USC film student at UCLA. So we just used all of her shit, and Tommy's good with the camera, and we didn't have any dialogue, so that was simple, and we just cut the voiceover in a vocal booth like a couple weeks later. So that was all actually really easy. But now this time I have to find a cameraman and find one that I actually like the way that they work, which is a hassle. And just like audio equipment, because there's actually scenes of dialogue in this, you know, you got multiple people in scenes and talking to each other and stuff. So that's another layer of things that I've been learning how to deal with. But yeah, pretty much just need to buy some more equipment and get some more free time.
Yeah, and I'm interested in that. I'm trying to do something similar, turning some of my stories into TV shows. I haven't wrote one about this house. I should have. I've just been working so hard. So, like I always say, please help me so I don't have to keep working this hard so I can write more shit. But, yeah, it's hard, man. There's a lot of shit you guys to account for, and you're just filming in general. And, yeah, that shit's proven to me, too. So you wrote scenes about this house, your experience in this house.
Yeah,
I was part of them. So you had what, a girlfriend in the scene?
Oh yeah. There was a girl that I was seeing at the time. Her name was, well, I probably shouldn't say that. But yeah, she was just, you know, terrible person. But so was I, you know. But yeah, she just like gave me money and alcohol, and I just paid attention to her. Like it's all she really wanted. But yeah, so it's just like, yeah, I just knew I had to give her some form of attention, even if I was being a fucking asshole. It was good enough for her to give me a credit card. So yeah, we kept that going for a while. Yeah, I think it was a pretty funny thing to kind of keep going back to. One of the comical sort of nonsensical things that tends to happen here, you know.
Yeah, there's a lot of everyday interactions here that are noteworthy, at least. So when you're writing that, what do you see it being? Do you see it being a short? Do you see it being...
Well, I've always liked the idea of having a TV series with, you know, something consistent occurring. But I guess I'm kind of like having a normalcy to a degree, you know, so I'd like to be able to continue working on the same thing with the same people for a continuous period of time.
Kind of like a Friends.
Yeah, so like that. So that's kind of how I was seeing it in the first place, but I mean, the idea definitely needs a lot of work.
Tweaking. I mean, the way people flip in and out of this place too, like it's pretty crazy.
Okay, but that kind of gives you a big range of characters to choose from, which is nice.
I would say I've seen at least 100 people living here. Well, nah, maybe at least 60. I mean, we looked cool at one time.
I was thinking about it, and I honestly can't even remember half of the people that, like, unless it's one of those things where, you know, somebody says somebody's name, and then you're like, oh shit, I forgot that guy even existed. Because there's so many people over the course of a year working with.
Yeah, man. I mean, I was in a hostel before this, so it was even more. Everybody's running in, running out.
Yeah, you don't even hardly meet people.
Yeah, I love the hostel life, yeah. What is the life for me? Yeah, I wrote a book series on that. It was called Hostel Times. I'm trying to get that one published after the TrillOG, but I'm gonna have like 8 parts. So yeah. That's why I'm trying to run this YouTube channel so I could afford to get that published. Put a lot of time in it. So how much have you finished writing?
I mean, I wrote one episode for that. I wrote a pilot. And then, yeah, kind of just want to shoot that and then go from there. Because, I don't want to write a bunch more right away. Because I feel like once I've actually shot an episode of it, I'll have a lot better of an idea of kind of what to emphasize and what not to, and, you know, what's going to work and what won't. But, yeah, so then that'll make it easy for me to write things that will be able to execute well, which is important, you know, to consider your limitations, whether they're like financial or just, you know, as far as what you can get out of the talent you have available, you know, and things like that. It's yeah, stuff that you've gotta work with just the best that you can and kind of always keep in mind even when you're writing.
Yeah, it was pretty fun when we did the round table, and what, we had like chicken nuggets that day or something?
Oh shit, I don't even know.
No, we had the pepperoni, cheese, and crackers in the middle of the table. We were just all going around, spitting the lines. How was that? Like, how did that make you feel as the writer? Like, to see everybody reading your lines?
Oh, that was pretty cool. And, you know, when folks start laughing when the room really, like, picks up energy, that's nice because you can tell, like, folks are actually getting into it. It's always a bit nerve-wracking, you know, getting the room of people together, you know, and I'm like, I brought you here, so fuck, this better be kind of worthwhile, you know. But when people start to actually get into it, it eases your mind a bit. You're like, okay, alright.
It's good work.
Yeah.
For sure, yeah. So I'm sure, yeah, that would must have been great. Just seeing your hard work put out in front of you and being used. So what else have you written? You wrote an episode of that. You wrote the silent film.
Sheesh. I mean, a bunch of random little things. Was writing mainly music for quite a while. But,
what age did you start writing?
Well, when I was like a teenager, I would have like very grandiose, absurd ideas that like I didn't have the understanding of writing to complete. So I would start these like grand projects, like imagining I would write like a 400-page novel and getting in like 90-something pages and being like, fuck this. This is a lot of work, So I don't know, I would always kind of get it over my head about it when I was younger. And nowadays I just like start small, and if something expands, if it needs more room, then you can give it more room. But I just kind of start small and make things manageable. I guess I'm a bit unfocused.
So out of those 90 pages, do you still have them? Like for some of your former projects?
Oh god, I don't think so. I think all that stuff's probably disappeared. Just like, old model computers and stuff that have long since crashed and been thrown away. Like, I don't think anything's really left of any of that. I don't know, maybe like my mother has something, like somewhere. It's not impossible. The last thing she pulled out and showed me was like a fucking drawing, and it said, "I love you, Jesus Christ." I was like, whoa, I've really changed as a person since that. Yeah, I don't know, like it's just like that, she could have something like that, but I don't know, it's such a random smattering of like my childhood to actually manage to stick around.
So, you got a little mob keeping everything. So you might have it, but what are you working with now? So you started writing when you were in your teens. When did you say you took it seriously? You were like, I'm a writer now.
Probably when I was living in Boston. It was like I had kind of a mentor. He was this guy named Michael. He let me rent out a room in his house, so I needed to find a place to stay in a pinch. He's kind of like my mentor, I suppose. I feel like, him giving me respect felt like he gave me the permission to actually like call myself an artist. I guess because I respected him in that way, So, when he saw me the same way, I was like, okay, maybe I can, maybe I should actually put some effort towards this. Maybe I can do something here,
And after that, how much did you get done in Boston?
Well, that was actually pretty fun. I was like a really nervous young man. I was like terrified of being in front of people and stuff. And so I started just writing poems every day. And then every week I would pick the best couple ones and recite them at like poetry nights just to start getting used to being in front of people and stuff. And then once I got cool with that, I found like a blues jam. I started going there every week and just like playing blues with the band, which was cool because when I first went, I was like, I hardly even knew how to play my guitar really. And then I started learning a lot just from like playing with those guys and like having them, tell me something, like, you suck, kid, and then they'll give you like a little bit of wisdom, and you'll take that home and work on it for the next week and come back like you suck a little less, kid. So that was fun way to learn, But that was kind of the whole thing. It was just basically building up my confidence and getting a little bit more knowledge and preparation, I suppose. But yeah, that was like a very much a learning time. Although I guess all times are learning times, one way or another.
Okay, yeah, I would agree with that statement. So after that, you came here, and not only did you, oh yeah, so how much did you have written? So you had a lot written in Boston, a lot of poems, and then you started writing short stories.
Stories. It's hard to say. I kind of sporadically just like write random things. Yeah, I was always kind of a pen and paper person, so more than anything. So, and I'm very disorganized. So, pretty much everything I've written is gone. I mean, it's like I've lost just about everything. I mean, I lost my whole identity at a certain point. I forgot my birth certificate and passport in another state. And I never recovered that. But I finally just went to the Social Security office and took care of that. But yeah,
Got the passport.
I'm working on that part still. But yeah, I've lost just about everything. So there's not really pretty much everything I've done is gone with the wind, which is why I'm starting to feel like recording things and maybe putting them out there is a good idea. So there's maybe something that can actually last for a while.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like, I had all my books handwritten, and then I had my girlfriend, I read them all to her. I had like 14 books, I read them all to her, and she typed them all out. So, no, that, if I ever lost that, I was always like petrified I would lose that shit. So, shout out Sasha. Anyway, yeah. So I'm glad. So you pretty much lost everything, but you kept the lessons.
Oh yeah.
Still learn, how to write. So what, like right now, if you were gonna write a book, what would you write it about?
Oh man, it's a good question. I mean, probably something like that I would want to go that in depth. Well, at this point, I don't think I'd write a book. I'm really into the whole script writing thing right now. It's one of my latest obsessions. So I'd probably write like maybe a movie script. Yeah. Good.
On what topic?
I don't know. I suppose that's why I haven't been writing too much. I don't think I have. It's not really.
Nothing is exciting you right now at this point.
No. Yeah, then I'm in more of like a human place, but really, just human place. Kind of getting my life together, getting things.
So recently got a job.
Oh yeah.
How are you liking that? Because you were working security.
Oh yeah, that was cool. It wasn't paying that good, so I got a job waiting tables. Just getting a little more money and we'll just do it because I can invest it back in the projects. Then get done with that stuff that I started a while back. So that's useful.
And is that one of your main priorities with any paycheck? Is investing back into yourself?
Pretty much. I mean, last big thing I bought was a car. Definitely need one of those in LA. Pretty tough to get shit done without it. So yeah, I've just been paying that off. I'm about done with that though, and then I gotta start investing in some camera equipment. I already got some audio stuff. So yeah, definitely that's I'm spending my money right now.
And how about the music? So you were in a band, right? You learned some tips every day in Boston. You came out here. Were you the lead singer of the band, or were you just the guitarist?
So when I was doing the blues jams, I would just be playing the guitar. And then I did a lot of like open mics, just playing my guitar and singing. But lately I've got like had a band with my friends Shane and Tommy, like on and on. It's definitely my favorite one that I've had, and we're still kind of working with each other occasionally, but they don't really live in town, so distance has been making it a little tough to get too much done, but we'll work our way around that, the best we can, get together as much as possible.
And do you see yourself going more down a musical route or writing in the future?
Honestly, it's like different times call for different things. Like sometimes, well, I feel like I can't do one of them, for whatever reason. But at that time, I usually kind of feel like I can do the other one. So I kind of go back and forth. Like when I feel stuck on one, the other one kind of kicks in, and then when I get stuck on that one, the other one kind of kicks back in. It's like a constant back and forth. So I don't think really stop either one of them for a very long time.
Is there any other art forms that you are involved in at the moment?
I mean, I like all of them. I would like to draw more. It interests me the way that you look at, the visual space. I feel like changes when you try to see it in that way and break it down. Like I tried to learn how to draw flowers. I'm terrible at it, but just like starting to look at the flower in that way and break it apart in your head into smaller shapes and angles and stuff, and try to figure out how to represent it in a two-dimensional space. It's an interesting way of looking at things. I don't know. It's definitely something I want to do more of, but it's just really tedious and frustrating.
What artists have influenced you throughout the years? In any media, any genre, just what are your top 5 artists that you're like, man, I'm really inspired by their body of work?
Wyszynski is a Polish surrealist painter. It's very dark, very dark and kind of uncomfortable. I really like that. Something about it that I find comforting. It's very feels more normal to me, that sort of thing. What else? I mean, American Horror Stories comes to mind as very kind of cheesy show, but I think it is that way intentionally. And they're real good, good moments of I don't know, art or whatever, an actual real horror. So there's good stuff to think of. But it is highly satirical. I'm well aware of that, but I feel like the work that I would do would be relatively satirical. Being serious is a weird thing that I'm not good for. I'm not being overly serious anyways. It's too much responsibility. But, oh god, I started ranting. Good artist. I mean, Elliott Smith, definitely. His music is great. And I love that he stabbed himself to death. It's pretty unique. Not many people go out that way. I mean, it's an interesting way to end your own life. But his music is also phenomenal. Of course, it's definitely where my interest in him started. But number 4, Leonard Cohen is one of the classic American songwriters. I just really like his, I don't know, his lyrical content. Just it always feel how do you think it is? It's so simple and true. It never would have occurred to me. He's really cool. mean, fifth, that's tough. I mean, I suppose John Lennon is a classic, you know. It's, I love his music, you know. I love him even more now that I know he's a fucking crazy bastard, you know. So being in my eyes and something random. But yeah, so it could be 5 for me.
Nice. Alright, man. And then, where do you see yourself going with this? Where are you taking this to? What's your end goal? What do you want?
Honestly, I've been getting into Taoism lately. I've been trying not to worry about that stuff too much. And just sort of let life lead me down the path of creation, you know. I'll see where it takes me. Try not to get too hung up on it anymore, though, you know. But yeah, it does me harm. So yeah, I find myself better off just kind of, you know, doing what I feel, letting things take their course.
And then your dream project.
Dream project would be like not even a big budget movie, just like a decent budget movie. At least, you know, a reasonable amount to hire proper, you know, equipment specialists and proper talent, and, you know, get good sets and everything. Access to locations, like nothing insane, definitely reasonable. I don't see myself wanting to make like an action film, so it would all be pretty simply done, I imagine, even if I had access to more. Yeah, that would be that would definitely be a big one for me. Something that I would like to get to do.
And is there anything else you want to add?
No, not really.
Well, I'm your host, Gavano, author of TrillOG. I'm going to pimp my shit right now since he doesn't have anything or links that we can go to. Thank you so much, Gavano, for joining me, Eric.
Oh yeah, thanks for having me.
No problem.
Good time.
Yeah, fine. Man. Yeah, man. So we're looking forward to seeing any projects you got coming out in the future. And until next time, friends, we're out of here.